Hey guys, I'm back with another bins haul. This is actually, I don't even remember anymore if it's 2 trips or 3 trips shoved in here. I had to pick up my sister and her friend from the airport, so I literally just like shoved everything in the back of my car. Like the trunk was full, so I took stuff from the front and moved it in here while the trunk was full. So that's why it is like packed in perfectly. So, hello, if you don't know who I am Riley. I am a full-time reseller. I only list on Poshmark, but I do sell to Crossroads, Buffalo Exchange, and Once Upon a Child. Today's haul is mostly shoes. I don't know. I'm trying to like separate it out. Ugh, there's like stuff. I'm trying to go by memory and show you guys what came from each haul instead of just like combining it together. So I believe the haul I'm sharing with you today is pretty much all shoes. I have not calculated my cost of goods yet, but because it's mostly shoes, I would guess it's a little more expensive per item. My bins are $1.29 per pound. When I get a lot of clothes and some shoes, it usually comes out to a little under $2 per piece, but if it's mostly shoes, I'm gonna guess it could easily be over $2 per piece. Like maybe more like $2.50, but that is on the screen for you to see how much I paid per piece. And now I will start showing you what I'm going to sell. These were somebody's throwback, I think, because they were right in a front bin by checkout in a non-shoe bin. They're just little kids Crocs. I do like selling kids Crocs. These ones just need a little bit of cleanup, but they are in good shape. They're a size 7. I would think I could get like $14-15 for these ones. They're clean. I've not tried throwing these in the washing machine before. I've heard people do it, but I'll just take a magic eraser to them. Oh, there's a piece of tape on here. Let's hope it's not broken. No, I'm not seeing any brokenness. I don't know. Maybe there was like a price tag taped on there at one point. I already forgot a lot of what I bought. These are Uggs, and they actually have a Vibram sole, which is different. These are definitely more like work boot Uggs, functional Uggs. I don't know if they're men's or women's. The leather I'm gonna clean up a little bit. It is like has some slight cracking, and the toe has like some very slight separating here. I sell flawed shoes all the time and just disclose, and people still buy them. So I would think with the flaws, these could still fetch around $30. Let's see if there's a size. US size 10, 41. So these are probably a women's. Since it's July, I feel like kind of in that weird time where people are still 100% summer, but as resellers we want to start thinking about fall, but I'm not ready to start thinking about fall. I'm still thinking summer. So while I have been stockpiling boots, and I've been picking up like when I find a good pair of boots, I don't leave them behind. I am trying to go for more sandals, but again, we're July already. It's crazy. So I'm trying to get all my like, what do you do? Focus on getting all of your summer stuff listed as fast as possible, or like start, I don't know, it's hard. I think what I'm gonna do is try to push all my summer stuff out now, but I also want to start prepping for fall, so maybe get a few fall items in there for some early shoppers. Anyway, I got these Spring Step sandals, and this is a line by Spring Step L'Artiste. I've sold this line before. I don't know if I've ever sold regular Spring Step, but I pick up these ones because they're more boho, more funky. They're worn, but like still can sell, probably a little under 20. I've sold these like handmade leather tool embossed bags in the past. I've sold them as vintage. I don't know if this one is vintage. It doesn't feel very old. There's no tags on the interior. Honestly, it's probably like a tourist piece. So I'll just have to use like keywords to sell it. Sorry about the airplanes. So I'll use like boho words to sell it, and I'll probably look up if there's a specific name, because I believe these are more of a Mexican bag potentially. So I'll see if there's a name for this style of bag. Okay, my sister went with me this day, and she wanted these for herself, but they weren't her size, and I could tell they're good quality. They feel like very soft leather. They have a leather sole, and they're cute style. They have like a ballet toe, like very squared off right here, but I don't know what the brand is. It's worn down. Let me know. Do you recognize this? Here's the insole of the other shoe. So I will have to do some research. And on the bottom it says Italy. You can make out Italy on that one. Can you even make out a size? That's not good. Well, yeah, so I didn't have time. They were closing, so I didn't have time to do the research, and I could just tell they were good quality. So hopefully, yeah, I'm not seeing a size. This could have been a very bad pickup without a brand or size. Maybe 41. Actually, I think it's a 41. I can see on the bottom a little bit. I threw this in my bag really without thinking. I just liked it. It is actually, I really hate selling scarves, but I've never, wait, I saw the tag on this. Okay, here it is. It is old J. Crew, but it is 100% wool, and it has these cute little flowers. So I don't know how this will do. Oh, maybe I could tag it like Y2K even. I don't know. Maybe only like $13 on this, but I didn't want to, like, it's so adorable. I didn't want it to go to the landfill. Guys, I think I found all this stuff in a little over an hour, which is pretty good. And this, I remember, it was a bad day. Like, I felt like I was not finding anything, but now, like, looking at everything I got this day, I feel like I did okay. So I found this at the very end, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to figure out stuff on it, but the brand sounded familiar. It is Creatures of, I already forgot. It looks like cotton, but it's Comfort. Creatures of Comfort. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. And I was like, that sounds familiar. And again, this is a leather sole, and it felt like nice leather, good quality. So I did a quick Google search, and now this is where I don't recommend picking up things like this. The brand page or a department store that sold it, nothing came up. It only came up on secondhand sites. And so often I say, if you see something and it's like, I don't know, say the brand is called like Pink Cake, and you Google Pink Cake, and the first thing that comes up is like ThreadUp, eBay, Poshmark, nothing else, I don't recommend picking it up generally. I usually just use that to mean throwback. But the thing is, this brand was like that, except it was sold on the Real. And so that confirmed my suspicion that it's a high quality brand at the very least. I am now noticing a little bit of wear on the leather here, which will just have to be disclosed, but I don't know, a high quality pair of shoes in the bins. I mean, the Real does not mean it's good, because the Real sells bad stuff sometimes too. But I just, you know, leaving the bins, I'm probably paid $2. I figured I'd give it a try. And even, I mean, it's not in great condition, but if worse comes to worse, I could always try buy, sell, trade. Baby Converse, not much to say. I'll just take a little magic eraser to the toe and make them look nice, but they're in really good shape. These are probably like a $13 sale, which is honestly usually what I expect for kids' shoes in the bins. I was just like calculating some of my profits today, and I was looking at it thinking like, okay, $7 profits, $10 profits, like I'm always trying to weigh out in my head if they're worth it. Then I did like 3 $10 profits back to back, same day as $30. I like $30. I like $5 to go buy my box of Cheez-Its. Like sometimes those small profits, like if this is a $7 profit, it feels pretty minuscule. But then when I think about it, I like to go to the farmer's market and pick up a fancy croissant, which is $5, and that feels like so much. But I can sell these Converse, profit $7, which covers my fancy croissant at the farmer's market once a week. So that's how I think about it. Okay, I grabbed these Keens. Or Keen, they're Keen, but I always add the S as plural, Keens. I used to do really well with Keens, and I feel like at least this style has not been moving as well for me lately. I think these might actually be women's. Did I check even to see if the size was in there? Yes. Okay. Yeah, these are an 8, so these are actually women's. So kids have been moving not as well for me, but I haven't sold these are like the Newport. I haven't sold a pair of these in a while. So one thing you do want to watch out for with Keens is this is where the size would be. They have like a circle. I'll show you on this shoe. And it tends to rub out. So luckily, I can tell this is an 8, but see how the UK size 5 is still on there? I will just go to their size chart if the US size is missing, and then convert UK size 5 to US size 8. And if I really want them and worst comes to worst, there's no size, I just measure them, and I've had no problems before measuring and providing measurements and comparing to size charts. So maybe a with the wear $20 sale. I actually, gosh, the airplanes are really bad today. I'm actually surprised because most of the shoes I found today seem to be rubber banded together, and they're not often rubber banded together. At least I haven't been lately. Another airplane, this is crazy. So I actually did find a few pair of Birkenstocks this day. However, I think all of them are flawed, which is not uncommon with Birkenstocks from the bins. And these ones are actually pretty lightly flawed compared to the other ones. But people still buy flawed Birkenstocks. I've personally bought flawed Birkenstocks off of Poshmark. And I actually probably should have returned them because they weren't quite as good of condition as they were described. But I'm just saying, people buy flawed Birkenstocks and heavily flawed ones. I've sold heavily flawed ones for like 15 bucks. So grabbed these ones. The flaws are, let's see, just pulling up a little bit right here. I don't do anything to fix these. I just photograph and disclose a little bit of pulling up on the heels. Footbeds are actually in good shape, and I've never sold, oh, actually, this is one thing I will fix. This is separating. The strap is pulling out. So I will use some fancy glue and glue that back together. Oh yeah, it's happening on both shoes. I wonder if that happens more with this style. Yeah, so I'll see if I can fix that. But I've never sold the sling back style. I do know they retail for more because they are the sling back style, and they're a 39. And actually the footbed's in pretty good shape. So I don't know comps on this style, but I would think at least 30. Okay, let's just stick with the Birkenstocks. So I think these were also somebody's throwback, and I threw them back, but then I grabbed them. First of all, they are neon orange, which makes it a harder sale. They are 36, which is my size. Did I try these on? Honestly though, I'm just not a neon orange person. Someone got like paint on these, but I think I can probably get that off with acetone. And then this looks like maybe somebody's dog got the corner of it, maybe. And then also the heels just have somewhere right there. So these are definitely maybe more like, once I get them cleaned up, a $19, $20 sale, which is why I threw them back. But then I just grabbed them because I apparently like making life hard on myself. So these are actually Gentle Soles, which is a Kenneth Cole line. I don't usually pick up Kenneth Cole, but the Gentle Soles line by the brand Kenneth Cole, does do well. So these are just a leather thong toe sandal. So again, I will be trying to get all my sandals up ASAP, since people in August will probably start thinking about shopping for fall. I grabbed these without searching comps. So I think these are girls. Yes, kids size 3 from the brand Roper. I've had luck with kids cowboy boots, and these ones feel cheaper than other ones I've sold, but they were in good shape. And so I figured, I mean, depending on the brand, I could maybe get $20. And if I decide it's not worth selling, I think I could take these to Once Upon a Child. And I think they were potentially $6 in the thrift store. I feel like I've actually found this brand a few times recently in the bins. It is Ms. Moose, and I do believe they've updated their branding since then. Like I've sold a pair or two with more recent branding, but Ms. Moose makes like slightly funky style shoes, like just a little different. So these are lace up, but they're faux lace up, and then they have a curved heel. I will put some leather conditioner on these. And so again, like here's a little flaw. There's a scuff in the leather there, and more than a scuff, like it's pulling up just a little bit right there. And so that is something that I think a lot of people throw back a pair of shoes for, or choose to not pick them up. But I still think with that flaw, I can get $40 for these boots. Here's a clothing find. This is just randomly in here. Did I mean to buy this? Yeah, I did, I think. Okay. So this is Sundry size 2, which has been sold at Anthropologie, also sold at Nordstrom. And it does have a pilled texture to it, but I think it's intentionally pilled. I remember looking that over. So I really don't know how this brand is doing these days, but I have no problem listing it low and getting like 18 to 20 if that's what comps tell me. These are Sam Edelman, and this is definitely older label by them. Thrift store wanted $15, but they are a leather tall. I just realized there's a lawnmower and an airplane. So I tend to stay away from the older Sam Edelman styles, but these are a tall leather riding boot, and they feel like very good quality. I feel like there's always somebody in the fall looking for a riding boot, and they have a nice stud detail. What size are these? I don't know. Sam Edelman usually does have a style name, which is nice. These are the Prina, Prina. They're size 10. So actually, certain even older Sam Edelman boots, like tall riding boots like this, certain styles still go for like 60 bucks. So hopefully these are like a $40 pair. I mean, I'd love it if they're a $60 pair, but $30 to $40 would be great. Through the boots on the bottom. Oh, I think I don't know what this brand is. I think I grabbed these because I could tell they were quality, but could not find the brand. It is kind of dark in the bins and hard to see stuff. Yeah, okay, so why did I get these? They have a Vibram sole. I can tell they're nice leather. I feel like I thought they're, oh yeah, there it is. The zipper says made in Italy, so these are all good signs. Like RW on here. So, you know what? I'll Google it and throw it up here, the brand. Let's hope these were a good pickup. And, oh, they do have a little bit of wear on the toes here, but leather conditioner will make that look a lot nicer. And if for some reason these aren't worth selling on Poshmark, I do think a buy sell trade store would buy these from me. Oh, these are Vince Camuto boots. I actually a year or two ago picked up a few pair of tall leather Vince Camuto boots from Last Chance, and they did very well for me. Like sales from like $40 to $60, maybe even $70 on some of these boots. So I was happy to grab a pair in the bins. They do just have a little bit of wear on the toes. Again, that does not scare me from selling them because I think these will still be at least a $30 sale. These ones have, this is called whip stitching. So this is a whip stitch detail along here and up the edge. Vince Camuto also has style names on the interior, which sticking to Google helps you with listing, and these are size 10. I found these Sorel boots. I often find a pair or two of Sorel at the bins just because I'm in the Chicago area. It's a common winter shoe brand that does well. I don't like listing these styles very much, but I wasn't gonna leave these behind in the bins. And just in case you're curious, I do think recently I found a pair of Sorels and one of them was missing this lining. So these are removable linings in a lot of the styles. You can pull them out. So like if you see there's a size there, but then also on the boot there's also like its own brand tag. So I will still sell them without the removable lining if it happens to be missing in one of the boots or both of the boots, because as someone who owns multiple Sorels, if I really wanted a pair, I could either buy replacements or take them out of a pair of boots I already have, which is, you know, inconvenient, but people still buy them and, you know, they'd like to get a deal. This was a great find and it was somebody's throwback. And this is the second pair I found in a few weeks, which is just crazy. There's a little bit of flaws to the stitching. That's fine. They still will sell for a decent amount. Like, they're not perfect. What are they? If you're curious, they are Blundstones. B-L-U-N, not blood. It's Blundstones. It says Tasmania, Australia. So I guess they're an Australian brand and they make boots oftentimes in styles like this. So these ones have wear on the toes and then some flaws to the stitching here. I will sell them as is, and I think they'll still go. Sorry about the airplane. It says size 4, but that's probably like a UK size. And then there's like this little dial on the bottom that has sizes, and the arrow points to 6. And they do look like they could be my size. So I'm gonna go with these are likely a women's 6. I think even with the flaws, I can give minimum $30. I found these Ugg slippers. I haven't sold a pair in a while, but these used to be a classic solid seller. I often find these, but they're usually pretty beat up. So luckily this pair is actually in good condition and there is hair in here. I don't love this style. I grabbed it because of brand. Maybe I shouldn't have. CVs, they're okay. I grab them at the bins. They're a snake print slip-on shoe, and I just feel like snake print's going out. Am I right? Let me know. I feel like it was popular for a few years and now people are kind of over it. Oh, thank God the lawnmower stopped. So I don't know, maybe 20-25 on these. Oh, I kind of remember grabbing this. What is it? Is it Old Navy? Yes. Okay, this is an Old Navy bag, but it is very good quality. Like, it feels like Banana Republic quality, honestly. A nice leather suede bag. And so I saw Old Navy, but I was like, I bet this is Y2K. So I checked the interior, and there you go, fall 2001. I was a baby. I was turning 1 year old that year. So grabbed it. I'll take it. Y2K. Solid quality. I think I can get 15 to 20. If it was a better brand, probably more, but the quality is there. My minuscule bag of clothes. These are cut from the cloth, which I have not sold in a long time. I grabbed these because they're size 14. This is the newer label. They are the Fab AB Toothpick Skinny High Rise. So definitely not like the best style, but plus size. They were, I think that's $9.99 at the thrift store, and they never sold. So I grabbed them. I'll try to get like 18 to 20. I feel like this is probably going to end up going to a buy sell trade store. It is just Lulu's. That is the new tag Lulu's, the smaller cursive. It was $9 in the thrift. I don't have luck with Lulu's anymore, and I've never had luck with their more casual pieces like this. Oh my gosh, I'm tripping over my fine. I've never had luck with their more casual pieces. So I think I will just take this to a buy sell trade store fall, winter. Even the buy sell trade stores haven't really been loving Lulu's. So if they pass on it, I'll list it and try to sell it for like 15. But I'm just not crazy about Lulu's anymore like I used to be. I will Google this and see if it's anything, but I actually picked it up for buy sell trade. It is probably vintage, maybe not. I mean, actually the tag looks a little more recent. Okay, it's Bebop and Wally. So it has kitty cats on the tag. It is 100% wool. There's a lady walking by staring at me. And it is just a funky skirt. So maybe this is like an artsy brand that has a following. And if it is, it will get listed. And if it's not, it will go to buy sell trade. And I do think they'll buy it. They like stuff like this. And I don't mean Plato's Closet. I mean Buffalo Exchange and Crossroads in Chicago. Thrift store went at 13, never sold. This is an Oshkosh dress for buy sell trade. Doesn't it kind of look like something that would have come with like fabric pens and a kid would have colored their own dress? That's just what I thought when I saw this. Not even any good kids clothes this day, really. I think this is the only other Cat and Jack piece for Once Upon a Child. These were $4 in the thrift store, never sold. Oh, I forgot. I found these. I found Skims, which is actually my first time finding it in the bins. I think, yeah. I've only ever thrifted it once before too. I've gotten some pieces at Last Chance, but I was surprised to see these. I mean, I would have paid the $4 in the thrift store, never sold. And honestly, like, I really like these and I would totally wear these myself, but I would wear them as pajama shorts, and I just wear all my thrifted, like, I know these are thrifted, but these are worth money. I wear the pajama shorts that aren't worth money, so I think I will be selling these. Because I'm like, I don't need them. I don't need Skims. If these were Old Navy, sure, I'd keep them. But they're Skims, so I think I'll take the money. I actually saw a woman pick these up and look at them, and I realized what they were, and I was like, please throw those back. I'd like to buy that. And she did. So she threw them back. I didn't immediately grab them. I didn't want to look like a crazy person, so I kind of just like pulled those clothes over to me and grabbed them. They are new with tag Becca bikini bottoms. You probably thought they were something really good after that story. They're not. These will probably only sell for like $15 to $17, but I do like Becca. Honestly, I might even have like a matching swim top, because I don't usually sell bottoms as separates, but I will sell tops. These probably retailed for like $60, and they were $9 in the thrift store, which I would not have paid. I don't think buy sell trade will buy these, but I might try them there first. I haven't decided. They're BDG mom jeans, and they're a pink, like acid wash, light pink acid wash. I just don't think this is a style they're looking for. In this summer, every time I've gone to sell to them, I've heard them say they're full in on pants, so they're really not taking in a lot of pants. They were $7 in the thrift store. I never sold. And the last pair. I went back and forth on these, but I was like, it's the bins, why not? They're new tag loft pants. They're the straight crop high rise, and they're size 27. And they have a little raw frayed hem detail. They're $13 in the thrift store, which is why they ended up in the bins. I probably won't get more than $20 for these, and hopefully they don't sit around forever. That was all the clothes find, so let's go through the last bag of shoes from this day. My sister tossed me these Birkenstocks and I threw them back, and then like 20 minutes later I was like, maybe I should actually grab those. So I went back and got them. No one had picked them up. They are pretty worn Birkenstocks. I might, if these ones were my size, I probably would keep these ones, but they're 38. Don't wear that. So on the sides, they just have like a lot of discoloration on the leather, and then just some separating on the cork. Oh, and yeah, I forgot. Someone like dragged their toe. Someone walked weird in these. So that's why I threw them back. They have a lot of flaws. From a distance, they look okay, but they're decently flawed. But then I was like, these are still $15. Like, I can still get $15 for these. And they'll probably sell fast since we're in summer. So I went back and I grabbed them. I was hoping these would be something better, because there are some like very expensive brands that are super funky. One of them is called Irregular Choice. They make themed shoes like Disney, Hello Kitty, Scooby-Doo, all those. They also just have like circus themed shoes. Another lawnmower, how terrific. So if you ever see the brand Irregular Choice, honestly for me that'd probably be a pickup 100%, but I've never found it because they retail for hundreds of dollars. However, so I was kind of hoping, I saw these and I was like, ooh, I hope that's something like that. It wasn't. They're actually just Hale Bob, and they're an old Hale Bob tag at that. But I mean, I've never sold Hale Bob. They're definitely that funky style. I feel like they almost give Bridgerton vibes with that like blue goldness to them. So I don't know, I picked them up at the bins. All right, they're actually my size. I have no idea on comps on these. I just figured I'd try them out. I found these at the bottom of a bin. Honestly, I think a lot of people don't dig to the bottom of the shoe bins because it's hard. There's a lot of shoes in there. These are Tory Burch flip-flops, and they're pretty worn. And honestly, I was questioning the authenticity on them, but I do think they're authentic. I will double check before I list them. I'm assuming these are like my size too. I'm assuming these are about a size 6. These are probably like a $15 to $20 sale because of the wear, but people still want that Tory Burch logo on their feet. I think I found these on my way out. They are super cool. They're a platform Vans shoe, and they're white, but they just need some leather conditioner. The toes are a little worn here, but I don't think that's a super big deal. And guess what? They're actually women's size. They're women's size 7. I find so many kids Vans. So I think once I get these cleaned up, these could be like a $30 plus sale. And a lot of people at my bins skip on Converse and Vans, I think because there's just so many of them. If I wanted to, I could probably just fill up a bag of Converse and Vans, but I'm pretty picky on the ones I get. I went back and forth on these. They are Coach, they're older Coach. But the reason I went back and forth on them is because there's no branding. Like, nothing on here says Coach. And so they're older with no Coach logo. So I'm like, does somebody really even want these? Oh, also guess what? They're size 5. Not my favorite size to pick up, but I do still sell it. Honestly, these without any Coach branding on them are probably like a $20 sale. I swear, every time I go, I pick up this style of Vans. Like, every time I get this black high top with the suede toe. And I pass on so many Vans due to wear. Some of them are totally worn out trash Vans, but these ones need almost no cleaning. I'll probably take a lighter to the suede and get off some of the little pillies, I don't know, suede pillies. That will make them look nicer. Maybe just a little bit of a magic eraser to the sole, and hopefully they're like a $30 sale. The first pair of shoes I found were these kids Vans. They have some smiley faces and flowers on them. The canvas is honestly a little bit faded on the colored part, but they're still in good shape. I figured a parent still would pick these up for their kids for 15 bucks. I was like, I don't know if I should get these. If they were a better brand, it would have been 100%, but they're actually just Guess. Where's the logo? Oh, here, you can see Guess here on the buckle. So yeah, they're just the department store. They're just the mall brand Guess. However, they're really good quality men's harness boots. Here's another thing that I will take the lighter. This is actually not suede, so you have to be more careful. It's fabric, but I will take the lighter to these fabric edges and it will burn them down and make them look nicer. But I figured like solid quality men's boots should still get me $30+. I say this every time because I always have like one pair in a haul. These don't sell for me, but I pick them up. They're Cole Haan 0 Grand sneakers. Every time I get them, and maybe I'll sell one every 6 months, but they really just sit around for me and don't sell. And they retail for like $150, so that's why I get them. But these days they have to be in great condition for me to pick them up. These ones have a purple sole, black leather. I'll put some leather conditioner on the toes, but other than that, they're actually in great condition. They are a woman's 9. We are almost done. So I often find fry in the bins, but usually it's only a single. So I did find a match this day. However, these ones are flawed. The strap on this either ripped or somebody cut it. And luckily I was able to still fit it and buckle it closed. It should look like this, but it doesn't. So I will have to disclose that when selling, and I will sell them for less, maybe like $30. And I do believe this is manufactured distressing. Maybe not. The toes are definitely more distressed than sold, likely. But I will look up. Fry does have style numbers in them. Yeah, so the style numbers in there, it's just like a series of numbers. Stick it into Google, you'll probably find it. There's the Fry. I actually don't even know what size these are, but maybe $30 sale. I actually found 2 pair of UGG clogs this day, but unfortunately one was canvas and it was stained, so I had to leave those behind. But I did grab these wood and black leather ones. I have not sold a pair of UGG clogs either ever or in a long time, so I can't tell you how they're doing, but they're leather and clogs are always popular. These are size 6 and they actually do have some Sherpa lining on the interior. These just need some leather conditioner, which I will say a lot of people at the bins, any location you go to, you'll notice there's a lot of people who just fill up carts of sneakers for whatever reason, whether they're sending them to family members overseas to sell, I've heard that, or there's just sneaker people selling them themselves. Whatever they do, a lot of people just go for sneakers at the locations I go to, so I often go for the leather shoes. But oftentimes with leather comes a need to leather condition them, which I do to pretty much any leather shoe I get unless it looks like brand new. I use Doc Martens Wonder Balsam. I'm sure there's other options out there, but that one, when I purchased it, that was a few years ago, so we know prices have gone up. When I purchased it, it was $10 on Amazon. I don't know how much it is now, but I've had it for years, and it's 100% something I would recommend having in your reseller toolkit if you pick up shoes, especially leather shoes, from the bins. I hate when my neighbors walk past and they stare at me like, look, and I'm holding up shoes and talking. I get such judgment from them. A pair of Converse I picked up. As I said, I pass on a lot of Converse, but these ones are leather and they're actually a very big size. I don't know what size, I can just tell. They're probably like a 14, which I don't sell a lot of. Women's 14, men's 12. So they are actually like slightly yellowed, which I don't think I can clean up. I'll see what I can do, but I think it's just yellowing, unfortunately. But they are leather and Sherpa lined. And so whenever I see a Converse that seems a little more unique, if it's at the bins, I just often pick it up. I thought I'd show you Olive. She's being silly. Silly dog. Okay, I promise we're almost done. So I actually haven't found or sold these in a while. Oh my gosh, she's still rolling. Okay, one time at the dog park, I used to go to the dog park. I don't go anymore, really, because I've just seen bad things happen there. Luckily not to Olive. Oh my god, she's just... But one time at the dog park, Olive does this a lot. She just likes to roll, and a lady came up to me and she's like, I don't let my dog roll in things. And I was like, girl, she's not rolling in things. She's just rolling because she's happy. She's just a roller. So as I was saying, I have not come across this brand in a while. It is Saltwater, and they just make this. I'm sure they do other things, but I've only ever found this style of shoe. They make kids and adults. These are a 4, so kids. They just need a little bit of cleanup on the straps, and then honestly they're like a little bit worn, so maybe like a $20 sale. These are new with tag, although they do have some wear on the bottom, so I don't know if I'll list them as new with tag. I probably won't mark them as new with tag, but then, you know, people can infer. They're Torrid shoes. They were $45.50 originally. I did find a few other pair of Torrid shoes right next to each other, but actually one of them I couldn't find the match and the other one was flawed. So this is the only pair I grabbed. Torrid shoes are often wider, I think, than regular. I don't want to say regular, than a standard shoe. There's some lint in there, so I'll have to try and lint roll that. These are, though, a size 12 size 12 WW, which I think is like extra wide. So I'll put that in my title, like whatever Torrid's description of WW is. If it's like extra wide, I will put 12 extra wide. Make it very clear. I don't even remember. Oh, my sister found these. Oh, that's so funny. Crazy. They were $30. $30 at the thrift store, never sold, and I bet you won't even guess the brand. They're not even Steve Madden. They're Lulu's. You can't see. Like, I rarely pick up Lulu's shoes because they're cheap, and they're usually honestly kind of like, I find the formal wear ones that people like buy with their dress, wear it to homecoming, and then they're kind of all, since they're cheap, not in good shape anymore. But my sister found these ones, asked me if I wanted them, and I was like, sure, $2-ish, sure. Hi, Olive, I'll be down in a second. I will be there in a second. I found these. They're just little baby Ugg slippers. These were probably only like a $10 to $12 sale. They have the little right and left marks on the bottom. I just thought they were cute, and they weigh nothing, so free money. And the last pair of shoes are these Mark Fisher shoes, and these ones are actually in the thrift store for $10 only. Maybe because of the wear on the toes, definitely some wear, and there's a scuff right there, which I don't know if that happened in my bag full with all the other shoes because they were on the bottom, or it could have happened in the bins or at the thrift store. I didn't even tell you what they are. They're Mark Fisher. Oh crap. Well, good thing we're finishing up. Mark Fisher LTD. LTD is the higher end line sold at department stores and Anthropologie, wherever else. So that's the line I tend to pick up. They're in good shape other than the toes, so I'll just close that and maybe get 20 to 25. I feel like these are a cute fall shoe too. Okay, so that took a lot longer than I was expecting. I still have a whole trunk load of stuff to film and show you guys on another day because people are liking their yard work today. And all of it's going crazy. So this haul is done. Thank you so much for watching. If you like reseller content, bins hauls, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on more hauls. And I will see you guys in another video soon. Goodbye.